So we're going to make a set of tutorials walking people through how to get Vexus up and running and using it in your scene. So for this first tutorial, we'll go through how to select objects in the scene and target them so we can apply overrides, change materials or wire color or various properties of those objects. To start, what we're going to do is change the wire color of our object in the scene. So in this case, we'll make sure we have our nodes panel open and our property panel in Vexus, and this is a brand new file. Now most of your scenes are going to start with an object selector. So in this case we'll click Objects, and what we want to do is select objects by their name. Now when you create this node, by default it has a wildcard, which it explains down here in detail. You can go to the docs to see more about how it works, but a wildcard will select every object in the scene by default. So in that case we can go ahead and click the pin and drag out and type wirecolor. Now if you don't drag the pin out, you can just hit Tab on the keyboard and that menu will show up, and you can type wirecolor and pick it from there as well, and then click and drag to make the connection. Now with this node selected, you can see our default color is already set to blue, and if we click this arrow, it'll execute our graph from the selected item. And it places a check mark here indicating to the user that was the node that was last executed. So if I click this and execute it, nothing will happen, but you'll see that that check will move. So we can go ahead and go back to this, and we'll change the wire color, and we'll maybe do red this time, and we can execute it again by clicking this button, or you can do Control E on the keyboard. And that's how you change wire color and begin to start manipulating the objects in your scene.